Good morning, this is Sentinel's RV GCR Daily Brief. Your daily read on the dinar, the dong, and the whole GCR. I'm Truman Vale, and hey, happy July 1st. It's Wednesday, which means it's tracking desk day, our once-a-week step back to see the whole picture, check where the story's moved, and remind ourselves why we hold all of this loosely. And this week it's a good one to do that. Because if you were following the chatter closely over the past 5 or 6 days, you heard a lot of very specific calls. And here we still are, July 1st, same weight. So let's talk about what was said, where it stands now, and more importantly, where the hope and the timeline have quietly rolled to this morning. Yesterday we talked about how Monday's notification target came and went. But let me zoom out a little further. Over the weekend and into early this week, there were calls floating for notifications as early as Saturday, exchange starting Sunday or Monday, the whole thing wrapped by the 4th of July. There was chatter about lower dinar denominations showing up in Iraq by Sunday night. And the biggest one, the call for notifications Monday or Tuesday, exchange Tuesday or Wednesday, done before the holiday. Well, it's Wednesday morning, July 1st. No notifications, no new lower denoms that we've seen confirmed. Same rate screens. And I'll be honest, I didn't circle any of those dates on my calendar this time. But a lot of folks did, and I get it. When you hear a specific day from a voice you trust, it's hard not to feel that little spark of hope. But here's the thing, and this is the whole reason we do the tracking desk once a week instead of every day. Things change, intel evolves, timelines slip, nobody's got a crystal ball, and the people sharing these calls are usually just as frustrated as we are when the timing doesn't line up. So we don't dwell on what didn't happen. We acknowledge it. Yeah, we were all watching that window, and it didn't land. And then we look at where the story's moved to now. Because it didn't stop. The chatter just rolls forward, the hope shifts to the next milestone, and we keep watching. And honestly, that's why the tracking desk exists. Not to dunk on anybody, not to say, see, it never happens, but to help all of us hold it in perspective. We've been hearing this week and this weekend and any day now for a long time. We take it all with a grain of salt, we stay informed, and we make smart decisions when the moment actually comes. Not because someone said Monday and we lost our heads. So where has the chatter moved? Let's get into it. The biggest thing everyone's focused on now is July 10th. That's the date that keeps coming up across multiple voices. The claim is that ASYCUDA, Iraq's new electronic customs platform, goes mandatory that day across all the major border crossings. And the thinking is, once that system is live, Iraq's got the infrastructure to lock in a stable, sovereign dinar rate. No more easy currency smuggling. No more Dubai back-channel outflows. Just clean, transparent customs that enforce the official rate. Now I want to be clear, nobody's published a rate. Nobody's made an official announcement. This is still the chatter, not the gospel. But it's a concrete milestone with a specific date, and multiple voices are pointing at it. One well-followed source, and I'll give credit here because this is genuinely good tracking work, has been saying for weeks that ASYCUDA is the key, and that once it's in place, the dinar's value can start moving up gradually. Not an overnight RV, but visible progress. And July 10th is the line in the sand. The other big piece is the cabinet and the Washington trip. The claim is that Iraq's Prime Minister, al-Zaidi, will finish seating his full government in the next 10 to 14 days, and then he's scheduled to fly to D.C. to meet President Trump somewhere around the middle of the month. July 17th is the date floating around. And the story goes, that meeting legitimizes the new government. It moves the oil revenue law, the HCL, forward. And it clears the political path for the dinar to reflect its real value. Again, this is what's being said, not what's confirmed. But it's a timeline people are watching closely. One other thread picking up steam this morning is the idea of arrest warrants. Word going around is that Iraq's Integrity Commission is about to execute warrants against some high-profile former officials on corruption and money laundering charges, and that this cleanup has to happen before the dinar can move. The claim is it'll happen within the next few days. I'm mentioning it because it's in the chatter, but I'm not building my week around it. Grain of salt. And look, this is exactly the kind of thing where, if you'd flagged dinar or Iraq cabinet, or even just imminent timing claims in your free custom notifications in the app, you'd have gotten a ping the second any of this hit. You pick exactly which currencies, which gurus, which kinds of claims you care about, and you mute the rest. You're not drowning in noise. You're not waiting on me to tell you tomorrow morning. It's just there, on your phone, the moment it lands. Honestly, that's the edge. And it's free right now. The Vietnamese dong, still pretty quiet. No fresh rate talk, no big policy shifts. The dong usually moves in the same broad conversation as the dinar, so if we see momentum on the Iraq side, the dong tends to get pulled along. For now, it's a watch and wait. The Zimbabwe ZIM, same story. Still part of the Tier 4B bond and currency exchange chatter, but no new intel this morning that changes the picture. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Because I know some of you saw these claims and I want to address them directly. There was a flood of very specific, very dramatic claims that hit the feeds over the past 24 hours. Stuff like the emergency broadcast system activating today, July 1st, triggering a 10 to 12-day global blackout. The SWIFT system getting replaced today with $340 billion already transferred to a new quantum financial system. Full implementation of the global currency reset already completed on June 28th. Trump making a financial restructuring announcement on July 5th. The absolute revaluation going fully live on July 7th. Folks, I'm just going to say it. That's not intel. That's fan fiction. It's dates stacked on dates with no corroboration, no institutional backing, and no connection to anything verifiable. And I'm not saying this to embarrass anyone. I'm saying it because if you're new to this space, or if you've been in it a long time and you're tired, it's really easy to see something that specific and think, well, they must know something. But specificity isn't the same as credibility. And when the emergency broadcast system doesn't activate today, and SWIFT is still running tomorrow, and July 7th comes and goes, I don't want anyone feeling crushed or foolish. You're not foolish, you're hopeful. There's a difference. This is why we take it all with a grain of salt. This is why we track everything, organize it, and hold it in perspective. We stay informed so we can be smart, not so we ride every high and low. So, what are we actually watching from here? 1. July 10th. Does ASYCUDA go live on schedule? That's the near-term milestone. 2. Iraq's cabinet. Does al-Zaidi finish seating his government in the next 2 weeks? If he does, and that DC trip happens around the 17th, that's a real signal. 3. The HCL. Are we going to see final language on the oil revenue law leak out this week or next? 4. Those arrest warrants. If they actually get executed in the next few days, that'll tell us the cleanup is real and moving fast. And 5. Notifications. The calls for Monday and Tuesday didn't hit. The window that was lighting up the community for this past weekend and early week has come and gone. But the chatter hasn't disappeared. It's just rolled to July 10th and beyond. If something drops sooner, great. If it doesn't, we've got concrete milestones still in view, and we keep watching. Look, I know the wait is long. I know a lot of you have been in this for years. I know it's exhausting to hear any day now and then wake up to the same screens. It's okay to feel that. Just don't let any single claim, any single voice, any single week carry all your emotional weight. We're tracking it all so we can make smart, calm decisions when the moment actually comes. And we're not going to lose our heads over a date that slipped. This is Truman Vale. Thank you for spending your morning with me. If you want to keep an eye on all of this in real time, head over to GCRSentinel.com and grab the free app. Download it straight from the site. It's not in the app stores yet, but it's coming soon. Most of the app is free, and right now VIP membership is free too, which gets you the real power user alerts, the custom notifications, the stuff the serious trackers are watching. It won't stay free forever, so grab it while you can. And coming soon, VIP members will be able to send in questions, and I'll answer them right here on the show. All right, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Stay hopeful, stay grounded, and remember, this is the chatter, not the gospel. We hold it loosely, we stay smart, and we're in this together.